Hey everybody, welcome in, welcome in. Oh my gosh, oh, you're here. Y'all are all here. Y'all are all here. Okay, we got Delia, we've got Susan, we've got Lana. Gosh, so good to see you back, Lana. Patricia's here, Pat's here, Bob's here, Chloe's here. Guys, you're all showing up. That's so fantastic. I'm so glad you're here. In case you did not read the pinned message or you didn't see it on the post page, the community tab, there are spoilers coming up for the retreat on Tuesday. We have hit 30, y'all. We are at 30. I can finally start talking. I can finally start spilling the beans. Hi, James. Good deal. Just got here, was watching Tiffany. Fantastic. I hope she was doing good tonight. Susan says she was able to pick up her AccuQuilt ready, set, go. That's amazing. Linda's here too. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Let me move this microphone a little bit closer so you guys can hear me. So, I know, right? Susan posted some pictures about her trip to her quilt retreat or her quilt show that she went to. That was fantastic. I love seeing all those pictures. So don't forget to get your show and tell in. If you have not gotten your show and tell in, I'll check my microphone. Oh gosh, let's see what my computer says my microphone is, because it doesn't look like it is picking up this one like it's supposed to be, and it is not. There we go. Now we have a microphone fixed. Thank you for the heads up, Pat. I appreciate it. Lana says she's been a little busy with mom falling and fracturing her pelvis. Oh my gosh, that is awful. But glad you're able to make it at least for a little bit. That is so good to see your name in the chat. So very good to see your name. All right. So I did stop at the quilt shop today, y'all. I stopped at a quilt shop. I got two things. That is all I got at the quilt shop. I got this little tool. It's from Purple Hobbies. It's a jelly roll batting / binding tool, and it's for tables up to 1.5 inches thick. So we're gonna give it a try. Not tonight. Hi, Jess. So good to see you. Glad you're here. So what it is. This little tool looks like it's 3D printed, which it probably is. It attaches to your table, and you just screw that wing nut on there to hold it onto your table. And you feed your jelly roll and your batting through this side, and it feeds out the other side so that you can sew it. Kind of like for jelly roll rugs, but I'm not doing jelly roll rugs. I have lanyards to make for a nonprofit, and so I'm going to give this thing a try and see whether or not it does everything it's supposed to do for me. So we're going to see, but not tonight, but this is coming up. This is coming up. So we're going to play with that soon. The quilt shop I stopped at today is up in Cody, Wyoming. Hi, Cynthia. Good that you're here. Delia got to hang out with Bob and Diane today. Oh my gosh. Y'all, that's so fantastic. Bob is working on another block, one more for the night. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that works. So the other thing that I got at the quilt shop is I got some fabric, guys. Look at this. Look at this fabric. Look at it. Is it not just divine? You guys know I gotta have purple, right? Thank you, bud. He just ran into my camera. Hi, Izzy. Welcome in. I believe Izzy, Crochet Queen, right? So it is spider webs with a purple background. Who was making fabric just for me? It is from Bennertex. So yeah, it is, it is just for me. I did think I did bring something else out here, and I'm going to set it up here in a minute. But I got stuff, guys. I came back from Quilt, Wyoming. And yeah, I got stuff. Oh, we got company. All right. So, oh yeah, you got to get out from behind here, bud. You're going to get in trouble. That's my company. So I've got my power cords in case I need them. I'm going to show you guys something that I have that I take with me to retreat. And in case you guys are loving, yes, James says he's loving that fabric. I saw it. I was standing at the register, and I'm waiting my turn to pay. Hey, Rayanne, welcome in. Yes, right down my alley, purple. I know, right? So I was waiting to pay, and I had just that binding tool thing with me, the jelly roll thing with me. And I'm standing there and I'm waiting, and I'm having to wait because the lady in front of me is getting fabric cut too. And I mean, the shop is crazy busy. They're not normally open on a Sunday, but they open special just for all of the people that were leaving Quilt Wyoming, because we're going to go by there anyway. So they opened up for today, and no joke, I'm standing there in line and I'm just looking around, paying attention to everything that's going on. And this bolt, guys, is sticking up like this far from the bin that it's sitting in. It's sitting with a whole bunch of other Halloween fabrics. The other fabrics are absolutely gorgeous as well, but this one was sticking up like somebody put it there hoping that I would see it. So I had to take home a yard. Susan says she is loving that purple fabric, right? All right, so this is my little fan, guys. So I've got it set up at like table height right now. This goes all the way from floor up to like about here. So like 30 something inches. It's called the My Fold Away fan, and this one's rechargeable. I've seen some that aren't, but we were in dorms and we had no air conditioning in the dorms. And so like I've got it turned on now. You can probably see my hair like moving in it, but I've now got that turned on. So if you're ever looking for a fan, thank you, Susan. Susan has another raffle ticket for October 13th. Thank you so much for the money. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, I know, right? Hey, Carrie, welcome in. So yeah, my fold away fan, it's an as seen on TV item, and I don't know how long ago I bought it. It's been a while. But if you guys are ever looking for a portable fan to put with your sewing stuff, it doesn't require a battery for like 4 hours. Yes, Chloe, thank you. She says thumbs up. Yeah, guys, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I also ended up with a baby size batting. It's warm and white, and it's 45 by 60. This was we're walking away from what we were doing, and we ended up with extras, so I'm just giving it away kind of thing is what happened. So me and two other ladies got batting. So if I don't use this before September, you guys will get this as a door prize. Somebody's going home with this. Hi, Joan. Welcome in. Welcome. Okay. I've got to move this fan just a little bit so it's not blowing directly in my face. I am actually going to go ahead and make it very tall. Hi, Sean. Glad you are here. So I told you it goes really tall, right? And there are 3 settings. So in case you guys are ever wondering, yeah, I have a fan. As soon as I clean my floor, I will lay 2 new quilt tops on it and take photos for show and tell. That's fantastic, Susan. I cannot wait. So I came home with some goodies, but I'm not going to show them all. But those are the ones that like stood out to me, because I got the batting last night at dinner. I was sitting at dinner and this lady walks up. She's like, do you guys want free batting? Well, yeah. So the 3 of us ended up with it. But she was just looking for a table that had 3 people. 5.5 weeks ago, darn, Lana. I'm glad that the x-rays have been done. Good. I'm glad she's able to start trying to walk. That's good news. Let me put this thing on silent because I forgot. Susan tries to use Warm Company. It's a Washington company. I did not know that. I just use it because it's what I usually can get going. That's usually just what I can get a hold of and such. So I'm going to hand bind. I don't remember if I probably don't have that set right. So I do have my new cutting table. It's ready for me. So once I start unpacking all my gear, then you guys will start seeing some of this come together a little bit more. And then I'm thinking later this week, I will have even more of it ready to go. So I'm looking forward to finally having my studio set. So we're looking at like the end of July is when my studio will finally be set up properly. So I did misplace my thimble. So let me see if it's nearby. I don't know. I lose everything, y'all. There we go. I do have my thimble nearby. So what have you guys been doing? Doggo, yes. He's over here laying down now. So I'm teaching a class, right? I taught a class on Thursday, and I cannot rave enough about my students. They were absolutely fantastic. I had 4 students in my class, and all 4 completed 1 row of their quilt. Keep her moving. Yes, right. Patricia's asking if my next virtual retreat is set yet. No, it is not. I'm working on figuring out when I can have a virtual retreat. I'm thinking I might be able to swing one in August. But if not, I may have another surprise up my sleeves, so to speak. Not these sleeves; these are too short. Lori, welcome in. Welcome in. Our PCP wouldn't order it. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Yeah, having to go to hospice to get stuff done. That's crazy to have to do that. But I'm glad that we have some information on how your mom's doing, because I know she's been struggling quite a bit, and you've been struggling too. So it's good to know that she's making some progress that'll help her and help you, because I know that's not easy. But so I taught Charm to Meet You. So if you guys have not seen that quilt before, if that's new for you, I will share a picture of the quilt, and I will share pictures from Quilt Wyoming on Tuesday, as well as all of y'all's pictures. I'm not going to win the quilt, though. Just say it. I can't win the quilt. But brain is not working. I drove 4 hours today in 100+ degree heat. The car said that it got up to 106, I think. I know I took pictures at 105. I think it did get up to 106. So it was pretty darn hot today here in Wyoming. Tomorrow is supposed to be a little bit cooler, but not by much. And then Tuesday is when we're finally going to be out of the severe heat warning stuff. She's only taken a few acetaminophen. Oh, that's good. That's good, Lana. I'm glad she's not feeling it, even though, her body's probably feeling it, even though she's not. So Tuesday night, guys, I'm going to have Lori saying hi to everybody, right? I know. We all get distracted. So Tuesday night, we're going to have Show and Tell. It's going to be at the regular time, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And we are also going to have some retreat spoilers. So I will get to tell you guys all about the upcoming September retreat and a few extra details. Why can't I win the quilt? Oh, wait, you made it. I know, right? It's such a bad combination. I can never compete with you guys. It's not fair. The computer screen on my sewing machine is on the fritz. Oh, no. Looks like I'll have to get it serviced again. Luckily, it's still sewing. I will have to switch to the Janome again. That stinks. Oh, yeah, if I win it, I can give it away again. That's true, Sean. That's true. That might give me an idea. No, I probably shouldn't. I could just rig it so I win it. Give me another week to finish the binding on that quilt, I do need to finish getting it done. I have some of it done, but not all of it. So I do need to get working on that quilt. I have been working on the next mystery quilt too. Yeah, she does have the worst time with that machine. She really does. But at least when she comes to retreat, she doesn't have to worry about that. We've got machines available. So if you are coming to retreat and you need a machine, let me know and we'll set you up with a rental. I've got the information for that. Getting her PCP to go to bedside. Oh my gosh. Primary care providers sometimes are just not worth their weight. You wait on them and then you wait on them and you wait on them and you're not worth it. Oh, it's 15 to 16 years old. That makes sense. I guess at that point it can go on the fritz a little bit. I guess that's a good excuse. I mean, when I was 15 and 16, I started breaking too. First time I broke a bone I was probably 12, but second time I was 16. That's when I broke a finger. That one was rough. Yeah, I thought it was nearer too, Sean. I thought so too. So guys, if you are looking, hey Rita, welcome in. So guys, if you are looking to come to retreat in person in September, you have just until August 1st to get your retreat registration in. If you have paid the first half of your retreat registration, the rest of your balance is due August 1st. So if you've paid a deposit and you have not paid the remaining balance, don't forget that is due August 1st. So that way we can finalize the numbers and get everybody going. I was designated driver for hubby last week and came home with food poisoning, but I feel much better and just in time to go to work tomorrow. Oh my goodness. That's not, you get better just in time to get worse because you're going back to work, you know? Oh, that would be my luck too, Linda. All right, I'm going to pick some of this quilt up because it keeps falling on the floor. And next thing I know, because Paladin just walked past me again underneath my table, next thing I know, he's going to end up laying on my quilt and chewing on his bone. So we're not doing that. Oh, but he was a celebrity, y'all. He was an absolute celebrity at Quilt Wyoming this year. Everybody wanted to pet him. Everybody wanted to say hi. He was everybody's little therapy dog. Anytime they could get a pet in. Anytime I would say, okay, yeah, you guys can pet him. He was just absolutely in heaven. He, at the class that I was holding, class I was teaching, he went and picked up my seam ripper cap. And instead of just bringing it to me like he's supposed to do, he chewed on it. So my Jackie has a chewed up cap now. And he's now laying down looking at me like, Mom, you're talking about me. Yes, I am. Yes, I am, Paul. I'm talking about you. But I called him over when I had time and wasn't trying to talk to my students at the same time. And I held up the cap and I said, this is not food. You are not supposed to be chewing on this because this is not food. This is not good for you. And he apparently felt really bad and he put himself up against the wall like he was in timeout. And the director of Quilt Wyoming came in to check on the class and make sure everybody was, okay and had everything that we needed. And here he is sitting in timeout looking very, very sad puppy dog eyes. So of all the times for the director of Quilt Wyoming to walk in, she walks in while he's in his self-imposed timeout. I can't make this stuff up. I can't even plan to make this stuff up. He does it all himself. He must have loved it. Yes. Oh, yeah. He loved all the people. He barked at one of my roommates, but he only barked at her after he had not seen her that morning. So I guess as long as he sees my roommates every morning, he'll be fine every evening. I think that might be the rule. So we'll go with that. We'll see. I bet he was. He doesn't get that much attention while he's on the job. No, he does not. He does not. Too funny. One of my service dogs does that. Goes and finds a corner, puts his nose in the corner. Well, Pal never puts his nose in the corner. He just finds a corner to just kind of like park in. So in the dorm room, hey Ellen, welcome in. Love that you say y'all. It is a Southern thing, James. I grew up in Alabama. I brought it with me. I didn't leave it in the South. I brought it with me. But he loves corners. He just loves corners. So in the quad, each person had their own room. Like we had our own bed, desk, wardrobe, and little cabinet. Everybody had that in their room. And you had a door you can close to your room. So when you would go to sleep at night, if you want to close your door, like all three of your roommates, and you want to close your doors, you close your doors. Then we share a bathroom and we share a shower, and we also share a kitchenette, which is, ours had a fridge. Not everybody had a fridge, but ours had a fridge and a sink. And then we had a sofa and 2 chairs and like a coffee table kind of thing. Rita says that she says y'all quite often. She grew up in Colorado. See, maybe I shared it with Rita, or maybe I got it from me. No, I'm just kidding. I brought it with me. But so we decided to rearrange the living room furniture because it didn't work for us. All 4 of us just agreed that that wasn't the arrangement we wanted. And so Paladin had already kind of chosen that corner, but the way that the sofa was, we left it where it was, and we moved the other chairs around, and it created this little pocket area, perfect for a side table or something. But we didn't have a side table to put there, and so there was just this giant corner hole over in the corner. And the next thing I know, Paladin jumps on the sofa and jumps over the arm of the sofa to jump into the corner. And he just lays down and settles. He's happy there. And then later, we all left, came back, and then I sat in the spot that he wanted to jump from, and he paced the room for probably a good 5 minutes because he wanted to jump up on the sofa and jump over into his corner, and I was in his way. As soon as I moved, the next thing I know, he is in that corner again. He was so funny. The ladies got such a kick out of him. They got to see him do medication retrieval, and they got to see him do his little tray toy. Oh, good deal. Susan says she got to meet Di at the outdoor quilt show again. Sister Chicks Di. That's awesome. Chloe says she's doing pretty well. Looks like I'll be bringing my sewing machine to your daughter's shop. Oh. Well, you get to see her daughter soon. Or you might get to see her. Just tell her what day. Am I right? You guys are so amazing. I'm glad you are all here. So glad you're here. So I'm going to be hand sewing on this tomorrow. I've got Quilts of Valor tomorrow. But I've made a decision, and there's going to be 4 different blocks. So when you guys are coming to Quilt Retreat in September, there's going to be 4, maybe 5 different blocks that you can sew. Rita says her poor hubby, the wind is blowing super hard. He went outside to put the umbrella down. Just as the wind picked up the big wrought iron and glass table, flipped it at 10%. Oh my goodness, Rita. Ouch. Is he okay? Yes, tell the son-in-law he better treat you good, right? Yeah, you guys, it's a family discount at that point, isn't it? Are we doing family discounts? I'm all on board for the family discount at the quilt shop. So now there's glass all over the front yard. Can't allow the dogs outside until all the glass is picked up. Yeah, that's hard. Yeah, it's broken. Yeah. Yeah, because she's saying there's glass all over the place. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I can't imagine. We have all kinds of stuff in our yard too. Hi, Chris. So good to see you. She says, good evening, everyone. Yes, Delia, as long as her husband is okay, is right. We don't need anything to happen to Baron. Baron takes good care of you. So we need Baron to be okay too. We need him to be fine. But I am looking at dates for a virtual retreat. I just don't have specific dates. The table is fine, but the glass did not survive. Oh no, the umbrella didn't survive either. Oh, absolutely, Carrie. Have a great evening. Go pat some fabric before you get in bed. Thank you so much for showing up tonight. Great to see you again. So yeah, guys, don't forget to get your retreat balances in by August 1st. And if you are still deciding on whether or not you want to come, we still have space. We finally hit our minimum, so we still have space. So you have until August 1st to get it in. Chicken to go look, right? Yes, I am wishing you luck, Rita. Please be careful going to look at it. Oh, the umbrella was not open. Oh, you know, it's crazy what the wind can do to those umbrellas. We were looking at a patio set, and there is one with an umbrella, and I'm not sure if we would want to do that because of the wind. Hi, Chris from Katie Crafts. Good to see you. She's in lurking mode as she has a big salad for dinner. I had 2 of those. So the food, guys, the food. Every time it's the food. Joan saying it's time for another table. Agreed. I agree with you. So I had hamburgers. I had pizza. What else did I have? I had 2 salads. I had breakfast every morning, a hot breakfast. Hi, Crystal. First time I've seen your username in the chat. Glad you are here. Welcome in. Glad you made it tonight. Very glad to have you. So gosh, at Quilt. So for those of you who are not familiar with Quilt Wyoming moves every year to a different location. Now, in 5 years, it'll be back at the same location it was at this year. There's 5 regions here in Wyoming. There's southeast, southwest, northeast, northwest, and central. So central region goes all the way from one side of the state to the other. And so next year, it's going to be up in the northeast region of Wyoming. So the site that I was at this year is not where I'm going to be next year when I go to Quilt Wyoming. But I will have to go. I am now actually on the board. They voted me in. So I am a regional director, and I don't know what all my job responsibilities are yet, but I'm quite sure I will figure it out soon. The ladies are very kind and sweet, so I'm sure they'll tell me. But I have a co-chair, so the 2 of us are sharing the job, so it's not just me, which is nice. But yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be an interesting couple of years going forward because I'm on the hook for 2 years. So we're going to see how that goes. So, are you guys sewing anything tonight? Are you guys working on anything? Have you been working on anything today? Getting your sewing time in? Thank you, Dahlia. Yes, it is quite an honor to be able to be elected in. I had somebody request specifically as to whether or not I'd be willing to be on the board. So the people who requested me already knew about that. It is, Crystal. Yes. My name is Tammy. You are right. You got me. You have got me. So yeah, I just came home from all of the fun up in Powell, Wyoming. Chloe says that she should go, so I know, right? Lana's been cross-stitching. That's fantastic. Don't forget to take pictures, Lana. Send them into either on Facebook or MeWe, and that, or just send me an email with them and tell me about them if you want to enter Show and Tell with them, because you can. So don't forget. Don't forget to do it. We didn't have July's last week because I was trying to remember what else. That's okay, Crystal. That is okay. Thank you, Ellen. Thank you. But oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, make sure you get your Show and Tell in. Even if it's not quilting, you can submit for Show and Tell. And we didn't have the live last week the way that we were supposed to because I didn't have any power until 6 p.m. I finally came on about 30 minutes after I ended my live last week. So Show and Tell is going to be big this month. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate it. Lana's been rotating through her 47-ish works in progress. Hey, I got variety too. I need help hand stitching if anyone can help, especially tying off thread. Are you needing a demonstration on how to do it? Or are you just needing somebody to come do it for you? If you're needing somebody to do a demonstration, when I get done with this thread, I do not mind showing you how I do it. Is it necessarily the most accurate way? I don't know. But I have a specific way that I do it. Did I see that? Yes, I did, Rita. I did. It's too late for me to sew. It's 10:30 here. I'd be screwing up left and right. Jack would get a workout. Jack can work out tomorrow. You need to pet some fabric. Look at the pretty stuff and decide what you're going to start with tomorrow, you know? I really need to get our next mystery quilt finished. Hi, Pam. Oh my gosh. Hi. I reached my goals on 5 so far today. You are rocking it out, Lana. Okay, yeah, I will absolutely do it. Lurking from the long arm. That's okay. That is okay. I'm going to go ahead and move this camera a little bit, so I'm trying not to make you guys sick. And we will do a tutorial kind of when I get there. Let's see. Make sure I got the right remote. No more table. Oh no. That stinks, Rita. Where am I at? Thought I'd pop in for a few minutes and I'll have to watch replay tomorrow. That's okay with me, Crystal. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure that you always hit that thumbs up button because YouTube does pay attention. So when YouTube starts seeing new people hitting that thumbs up like button, they're more likely to push it out to more people and have more people come by and take a look and see if they want to stay as well. So YouTube bases their suggestions on what everybody else is doing. So the more people that are doing it, the more likely it's going to get pushed out there for YouTube to say, you know, we might want to push you over here too. Because everybody else seems to be having a good time. So, no, thank you. I do not need my toes cleaned. Could you please get off my quilts? Please? Thank you. So you guys get to see Doggo in the background. He is not sure where he wants to lay tonight. I think his bed, I may need to wash his cover on his bed again. He's like that. He's picky about his bed. All right. Hold more of the quilt up because it is trying to fall off my table. I usually do this like in my lap with my feet up and able to really relax. And I can't do that right now. Oh, that's okay. I appreciate it. Crystal says she's been in the channel before, but been a while. Yeah, I hadn't seen your name before to my knowledge, so it has been a while. Right. Ellen says that Rita can now get a table that won't remind you of the landlord. Absolutely. My dog with his bone. He's so funny. He comes over here and he gingerly picks it up, drags it an inch, and then starts looking around. He can't make up his mind what he wants to do. Cannot make up his mind at all. All right. Next 2 stitches maybe I will be able to tie off, I think. So we're going to see. I take fairly big stitches, I think. But I know that they're secure, so. Yes, they did say what happened to the power last Tuesday. There was a substation nearby that had something happen to it. I don't know what, but the entire substation was down. And it took out the power for about 2,500 customers just from that substation. But there's a grand total of like 7,500 people that were without power for a good part of the day. I'm just glad it wasn't during this heat wave that we've had the last couple of days and through tomorrow, because that would be just brutal. It got pretty hot in the house, and it wasn't much better out here during the day. So, and that was a milder day than today. Oh, that's awesome. Ellen, remember seeing Crystal's name. That's amazing. Oh, Reed's already got a replacement table. Been there for 7 years. So table join those flowers in the dead zone, right? Susan's going to try out her new toy. Looking forward to trying it out. Ooh. Oh, yes. Yes, you need to try that toy out. She got an AccuQuilt, guys. I do have my AccuQuilt on a movable tray, movable table piece. Well, it's not a table, it's a movable rack. But I'm still trying to put stuff away. I've got to go pick stuff up tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. I'm going to go pick some stuff up in the next couple of days or so. And I've got to have a spot for it. And I think I do. I think I have plenty of room for it. But it's not really where I want it to be. But I can't get to where I want it to be. Heat wave, I know you guys, Rita says she's got 54% humidity with 116 degrees. Yeah, I could not. I would be totally toast. This 106 in the car today was plenty bad for me. And it's not that kind of humidity. Dahlia was using her AccuQuilt and cutting 1.5-inch squares for a project. See, I used mine. I had the half square triangles die, and I was able to cut a bunch of half square triangles, and I cut everything I needed for an entire twin size quilt without, doing it by hand. I had put everything on the die, just rolled it through, and just repositioned and rolled through again, repositioned and rolled through again, and I cut all the pieces for a twin size quilt, all the half square triangles. Lana's going to be lurking. That is perfectly fine. We may not go the full time tonight, guys, because I am tired. I did, drive 4 hours in the heat today. So we're going to see. Cynthia wants an AccuQuilt badly now. I know, right? She got an AccuQuilt Ready, Set, Go. And that's a really cool prize to win. I know Susan was looking for one, and then here she goes and wins one. It's not fair. I don't have that kind of luck. I did not win a single door prize. There were door prizes Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I did not win a single door prize the entire week or the entire trip up there. I never win, though. The only time that I win stuff like that, it has to be a game of skill or where you know something, like trivia. I don't ever win on just drawing my name. My name has never been popular, whether it's, before I got married, my first married name, or now my current married name. It's just never been popular. Like, I just don't get picked. The friends I'm with get picked, but I never get picked. Yeah, it is just way too hot. It's awesome. It agrees, Cynthia. She's saying congratulations to Susan. Yeah, it's fun when you guys get to win stuff. Susan's a popular winner, though. I'm just going to say that. Susan has won a few things. She's won on my channel, I know. I have her address. She won something from me. So, yeah, I am never the winner. For some reason, I am never the winner. I will say on Mom and Pop's Quilt Shop, I did win a block a while back, but I still haven't done anything with it yet. I need to. Joan loves her Go Me and the Go. She uses both of them. That's awesome. Yes, I think she will love it too, Dahlia. I think so. All right, so my thread is incredibly long. This is not how much thread I would normally leave, but I'm going to leave that because I do want to show how I trim or how I get this down. I was looking to see where I have a pair of scissors. All of my other stuff is packed still, so we're going to just work around. And we're going to see if, nope, my camera does not want to zoom in properly. Okay, so we're going to move the camera, or we're going to move closer to the camera. One or the other. Let's see, move the fan, move the camera. And I didn't turn on the extra light like I should have, so I do apologize for that. So, James, I will do this again eventually. I did win some fabric from Alicia, and it's actually sitting right here. I should have totally thought of that, Chloe. Thank you. Yes, I did win a fabric from Alicia. Tomorrow we'll check my mail after being gone since the 6th, right? Which one is the hand crank one? It's the AccuQuilt Go. I think Ready, Set, Go might be. I don't know. I don't know if Ready, Set, Go is manual, but the go is manual, the me is manual, or no, the baby is manual. I don't know what they call the baby now. It used to be called the baby. And then all of the studio ones are baby or are manual. It's not hard to crank it as long as you're not overloading the amount of fabric. Oh, good. Dahlia says she's got the Go as the hand crank, and then the Go Big electric is not hand crank. The Go Big electric is bigger than the Go, so the dies, you have a certain number of dies that are a little bit bigger that you can use on that one. I have a kit that takes half square triangles and they had the paper piecing included. I said, nope, using my Go instead. Right, Joan? I would totally fist bump you if you were here, because yes, there's no way I am going to paper piece half square triangles for a quilt when that's all I'm trying to paper piece. No, I'm going to paper piece. I love paper piecing, but I'm not going to do it like that. All right, so here's what I do. Let me get my thread and needle in the correct hand. It's easier for me. All right, so I've come up out of the bind. I'm trying to get this range. I apologize. There we go. I think. I don't have enough hands, you know? I just don't have enough hands. What are you doing? I ask him what he's doing and he lays down. He's sulking. He got in trouble. Okay, so my thread is coming up out of my fabric right now. I am going to go into my quilt because I don't want to go off of my binding. I'm not going to bury my thread in my binding. Okay, so I'm going to come back up and I'm going to come up halfway down away from where I'm at. Okay, so that's where I'm going in, and this is down here is where I'm coming up. Oh, the Ready, Set, Go isn't electric. Okay, good deal. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, so now that I've come up, what I do, and this is me, so this is entirely just me, okay? What I do for burying thread like this is I will come back in and I take tiny little stitches. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus. Here we go. So I take tiny little stitches and I take about 2 or 3 of these right where I came up. And I make sure that if I have loose thread that I pull that tight on that first one and I hang on to it to prevent it from going back. And so I just do 2 or 3 of those tiny little stitches right on top of each other and kind of including each other. That may not be the correct method, but I guarantee you it is not coming out. Okay, so what it looks like once I get those stitches in place is, let's see if you guys can see it. So this thread is coming out, but you guys really can't see a clear knot there. But that's what I do when I'm doing binding. Now, if I am in the middle of the quilt and I am going to bury threads that are sticking up, I do actually have threads that are sticking up. So let me cut this needle off because I'm not going to use this needle for that. I got a great idea on how to use my crumb blocks while looking at quilts in the show yesterday. See, that's what I do too. I do that too. All right, I do have my easy threading needles nearby. So let me grab them. Here they are. So these are what I use. I get these at Walmart, of all places. They're Hello Hobby easy threading needles. So the top of the needles are actually divided a little bit. Let me pull one out so I can show you guys. And I keep losing them, so I'm not breaking them. I don't know where they're going, but I'm definitely losing them. So the top of this needle, can I get it to focus? Let's see. Let's see if I can get it to focus. I may be too close for it to focus. But the top of this needle, I may take a picture and post it in the Facebook group. But the top of this needle is open, and so you pull your thread in through the top of the needle. You don't pull it. You don't have to thread it. You don't have to lick and push that through. I do have a needle minder. I actually have 2 of them. And that might be where they all are, because I do tend to go drop them off there. So that might be where they're at, and I didn't bring that over here. I wasn't planning on doing that tonight, so I didn't think ahead. So here I've got loose threads hanging out, okay? It's blue, it kind of blends in really well. So what I do is I do make a knot in these threads, and I will double check to see if I have thread hanging out in the back, which I do. So I will have to bury that one as well, but I can't cut that one. So I will take the 2 of these threads, and if you only have one, you just do like you're starting to tie your shoe. That's how I do the knots. I don't do anything super fancy. Great question, Lana. She's asking, where does she post pics of her work? I'm going to put 2 different links in the chat. Let me grab my mouse and close whatever the heck I just opened with my keyboard. I don't know what that was. Okay, one is MeWe. So there we go. Nightbot likes me. The other one is Facebook. So there's 2 different groups where you can post your show and tell projects. So when you go to post over there, you can post the pictures, just ask to join either of those groups, and once I get over there and let you in, you'll be immediately in, okay? You post the pictures and just caption it with show and tell, and then tell me anything else you want to tell me, okay? As long as you put show and tell on it, then I know I can share it. It's kind of like my permission slip. So you can do it that way. Both of those groups are fantastic. You get to see a lot of cool stuff on either one of those groups. Facebook, of course, is more popular than MeWe just because more people are on Facebook. But you can also send me an email. So I've just put the email link in the chat, or the email address in the chat, thesiberianwind@gmail.com. Send me an email with it. Tell me show and tell, and then attach the pictures, and make sure that you tell me a little bit about them. That way I know why we're showing it, what you've done with it, what you're thinking, that kind of stuff, because that makes it a lot easier for me to say something about it. Because sometimes I look at the pictures and I go, let me look and see, like, what can I figure out about this project? So you telling me what I need to be looking for helps me a lot. So yeah, just do that for me and we are good to go. Oh, there's 4 machines for AccuQuilt. 2 are hand crank and 2 are electric. Well, that's just on the regular level. Studio, there's 1. It's the Studio 2 now. Studio 2 is what's available. Studio 1, you couldn't collapse the legs down or fold them up. Studio 2, you can fold the legs up, which is what I do. Okay, back to this. You know what? I wonder. Hey, it's not crashing on me, so we're gonna go with it. I apologize on this camera that is so stinking bright. But so I've got my threads here that I pulled up, and you can just stick the eye end of your needle towards those threads and pull it in. So now my threads are threaded into my needle. And what I do is I go back into the stitching line. So wherever my stitches were before, I'm going right back into that stitching line. And then I immediately angle away, and I end up somewhere off in the distance. So I'm hoping that shows. So the needle's going in where the stitching line is, and then it's coming out about a couple inches away. Hi, Kathy. We were just talking about you, because she's got the Studio 1. She's got the Studio that doesn't fold up the legs. That's where I was thinking about it from. Okay, so that's how I bury my threads on a quilt, and bury my threads when I'm stitching. Yeah, the studio is definitely commercial. It is a lot bigger. Physically, it is a lot bigger, a huge footprint. It is not a tiny machine. Kathy's like, uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Is there a reason why you hand bind instead of using machine to do it? Yes. On this one, there definitely is. So normally, y'all, I do not hand bind anything. You will not find me signing up to go sit and hand bind anything. I will sit and clip it into place where I need it to be, but I will not hand bind. That's not my normal. This particular quilt, when the lady helped me to attach the quilt binding to the front, if you can see, especially on this small inset camera, how narrow this binding is. That's how close to the edge she put the binding. So when you fold it over the edge here, you end up with a lot larger of a piece of fabric back here. And what I found is that if you just machine stitch this, like you machine stitch from the front, which is what I do, you machine stitch this from the front and you have this big flap of fabric left over when you get done, that is what's going to wear first on these quilts, and it's not going to wash and be reusable quite so reliably as if it was hand bound on this one. So typically my binding is more even front and back. This time it is definitely not. It is very narrow on the front and very wide on the back. So that's why I'm hand binding this one, but this one only. I don't normally do hand binding. I do it but because I have to, not because I want to. Oh, gotcha. Kathy says they're having thunderstorms. That's why she's still up. I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit. All right, so I'm going to get another needle started. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yep. That's why I'm doing this one. I'm going to take it with me tomorrow, and once I've got things, 28, block 28 is done, 112 to go. Oh my gosh, Bob, what kind of quilt are you working on? That's going to be a fantastic project, whatever it is. It's going to be fantastic. It's got to be. If there's 112 blocks in there, I don't even know what I would divide that by. I know divide by 2, but I don't know what I would divide that by. How many rows and how many columns is that quilt? I gotta know now. Now that you've said that, I've just gotta know. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and thread my next needle, and I'm going to send it through my Thread Magic. So for those of you who are struggling with hand work at all, this is what I use. A lot of people use other stuff. Thread Magic is what I use. It comes in a little jar. You can get a little machine version of it, but I don't find that the version sitting on the machine helps me at all with anything, so I don't do that one. But when you open it up, it's got little channels all the way around the side, and then you've got this big thing of like a waxy substance. That's what you're coating your thread with. Kathy, we're having massive lightning storms. It was like, okay, who lost their stun guns out there? It looks amazing, but very scary, as it does not include rain, just strong winds at 60. Yes, that's been crazy. I got the beeswax from Donnell, and I love it for hand sewing. See, I struggle with beeswax. Like, the texture of beeswax messes with me. This doesn't have the same texture. This kind of feels like putty. It's like a waxy putty versus beeswax. And I don't know what it is about beeswax that just doesn't. Maybe I struggle getting into it, like it's not easy for me to push my thread into beeswax. I don't know. But I do have beeswax somewhere. I do have it. But I don't find it to be as effective for me. But beeswax will work if you're okay using beeswax. Beeswax works just fine for cutting your thread too. All right, so what I do is I go ahead and I divide my thread in half. And I did it way too long. You guys should have stopped me. I never touch it. It's in a holder, as I do not like the feeling of it either. See? I don't like the feeling of beeswax. It's just, I don't know why, but just don't. It's not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea at all. All right. I'm going to put a knot in this end, and then I'm going to send it through the thread magic. That way I know that it's working the way it should. Having lightning with a thunderstorm as well. Just scaring my cats, and they're freaking out. If I lay down, they run all over me. Oh my gosh. So Kathy's real reason for being up isn't because she's worried about the thunderstorms. It's because her cats are worried about the thunderstorms. That's the real story. That's the real story. All right, I messed up my knot. So I'm going to pull it out before it seals. There we go. And I'm going to redo my knot. So when I do my knot, I do it like you tie your shoe, but I do an extra twist, like I do an extra one. So you know how you go over and under one? I do that twice for my knot to start with. I find that it holds better. Oh, I love it. Rita's cats are up on the table watching the lightning storm. The fun thing is Paladin doesn't care. He's okay with it no matter what. 5.5-inch squares making a quilt of valor. So thinking 10 blocks and 14 rows. Okay, if you calculated it right, oh my gosh. I hope you calculated it right. That's gonna be rough. Okay, so what I do is I send it through where I'm going to come out the edge of one of these things, and I take and I physically hold this stuff on it. So as I'm pulling it through, I go all the way, almost, sometimes I do go to the end and pull that knot through, but usually I try not to pull the knot through. You could do this before you tie the knot, but then it might not hold as well. And latest rescue, Mr. has become an in-the-house cat, and he's become bougie. And it all scares him now, and I'd rather not have claws on me. Yeah, fair. Very fair. Ooh, let's see. So 10 times 14 would be 140, not 112. So, are you adding borders? Are you adding border blocks? 10 times 14 will be 140. All right, so after I do that, there's two ways that you can start your thread when you do this, especially if you have a place where you can bury it, like in the binding. What I don't always do it this way, but what you can do is I go ahead and take a small bite, just a very, very small bite. I go almost all the way to my knot. Sorry about knocking the camera, guys. I didn't mean to. Go almost all the way, and then I stick my needle in between the two threads of the knot, so it catches at that knot. Let's see if I can show it. So I catch it there, and that's what I pull through. And so my knot isn't holding into fabric, it's holding into the thread itself. And it's a little bit stronger that way, and I've never once pulled a knot out that way. So that's how I start when I'm sewing on binding, for example. As long as I have a place to hide it, that's what I do. If I don't have a place to hide it, then I will do an actual knot. I will run it in between the quilt layers, and then I may do an extra knot. Oh, 112 more to make. Oh, that's fair. Okay, the math is mathing a little bit better then. Chris says that Rita doesn't have cats; she has house lions, right? Oh, a flash flood strike or lightning strike and a flash flood warning. Oh my gosh, you got some crazy weather going on, Kathy. Crazy weather. I mean, you can come take my heat for me. We got our little mister around Thanksgiving at 2.5 pounds. He's now 11.5 pounds. Oh my gosh. You put some weight on that boy. You put some weight on that little mister. All right, I'm going to put my thimble back on. And we're going to take about 3 stitches. And I am going to call it a night. Do not forget, guys, I put it as the pinned message. Tuesday night, we are going to have Sew and Tell, and we are going to have quilt retreat reveal information because we have now hit 30 attendees. So we are now at the minimum that we needed to meet, and so we are good to go forward with everything. And I don't have to make any behind the scenes adjustments to anything. So we will now be able to start spilling some beans on the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. Now, I do have another announcement that's going to happen August 2nd. Absolutely, Dahlia. She's going ahead and going to bed. Make sure you pass some fabric before you get there as well. Yes, Rita. We've got 30. We've got over 30, actually. The last two that I just got told about are coming in for sure this upcoming week. Oh, you're fine, Kathy. Just when you post about the retreat, just say that we are adding, we're releasing more details, more cool stuff for all the cool kids that are going to be here. Joan says, good night. I'll see you next time. Have a great week. Thank you so much, Joan. So, guys, don't forget we have Sew and Tell this upcoming Tuesday, as well as some retreat spoilers coming on Tuesday. You guys will also get to see the quilt that I taught, as well as you will get to see some pictures from Quilt Wyoming. Not a whole lot. I didn't take a whole lot of pictures, but I will share those with you guys, and I will get you guys the information if you want to see more when it comes out. Oh, that's fair, Kathy. She's already recorded it. I know, Chloe. I'm so excited about it. Please do, Bob. He says he's going to get all the blocks laid out and get a picture for Sew and Tell. Please do. Please do. I'll just have to live the retreat through your eyes as not possible for me to travel. I understand that. I totally understand that. It's so good to see you too, Lana. She says it's good seeing everyone. It's so fantastic that you're back. I really want you to be here Tuesday night. But I do have some more announcements that will go out August 2nd. And I can't tell you now what all those are because I have to wait until we have a final number. But yeah, there's going to be some additional announcements coming out August 2nd as well. So, guys, I am exhausted. It has been a long day, a lot of stuff going on. And I will have a lot of stuff for you guys on Tuesday night. So make sure you're here, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and we will go forward from there. I look forward to seeing you guys here Tuesday night, and I think that's all we've got this week. We just got Tuesday night and then this coming Sunday. So make sure you pat some fabric, put some needle and thread to it, get that serotonin hit, that dopamine boost. You know you want it. You know you deserve it. You are a quilter after all, right? And I will see you guys on the next live. So until then, be safe, be well, and bye.